How are ya? How are ya? How are ya, folks? Welcome to BAM. I am, as always, one of your hosts, just Mikey. And of course, as Walt here, Mr. Dugan of the world famous Dugan clan of the Duganville, somewhere in the Northeast, points out, we are late as per usual. Mr. Sabia is on his way. He will be here shortly. Until then, you're stuck with me, you sons of bitches. Huh? What can I say? Oh, tonight's going to be very interesting. Tonight's going to be very interesting. Yes. So call your friends, call your neighbors, call the people you hate, call the guy who lives down the street, call your local bus driver. I would even say call your postal worker, but they might not be happy about what we have to say. So maybe just keep them out of this. So, yes, we have a lot to talk about tonight. But while we wait for Mr. Sabia, anybody else think that the Cena train is starting to run out of some steam here? In case you don't know, they dropped a new belt today, another new Cena spinner, the St. Louis spinner this time. Remember when these things used to sell out within like 10 minutes of being up on the shop? St. Louis one is still there. The Dayton, Ohio one from a few days ago is still there. And the Dallas belt are all still there. I think people have had enough of these spinners. I was afraid for them that something like this was going to happen. I really was. They when you have 472 belts made throughout the year, and they all are basically the same, the only difference is the strap and some of the colors and stuff, you could run into this kind of situation. Good evening, Mr. Ellis. How are you, sir? Platinum here as always. Hello, sir. For those who just came in, we're waiting on Mr. Sabia before we get to the topic at hand. And he said he's on his way. So I have exactly 7:15 on the dot right now. So what over under on him being here before 7:30? What do you think? And yeah, I agree. It's too much, and now it's starting to show. You know that now people are starting like, okay, because I mean these things sold out like there we go, like that. You know they were gone now. Now they're sitting there for weeks. Some of these weeks. Yeah, that's factually correct. Yes, just like all just like old times. But I'm always here for you. You know whether you want me here or not, I am here. Just working. No, you gotta. I think you should leave. As a matter of fact, I'm actually a built-in excuse for you. Tell people you're working with or your bosses or whatever, say you turned this video on, you saw me, you got violently ill and have to go home. See, I'm the gift that keeps on giving, folks. What else could you ask for? I'm here. Let me help you. Okay. But I still reserve the right that I still may get one Cena belt, and that may be the final match belt. Although honestly, as people are well aware, I am a huge Steelers fan, Pittsburgh fan. So and I would have to look and see. I don't know if he is going to be in the Pittsburgh area, or if they're going to be in Pittsburgh, and if they do make a, like a black and gold style strap that's in those Pittsburgh Steeler colors, I'll probably end up buying that. I'll probably end up. Oh, okay. There you go. Were you how do I want to say this? Were you busy today with Cinco de Mayo? Let's see. So it's now okay. So 2 minutes have gone by. Again, I think I'm gonna win this bet. I think he's not gonna be here till after 7:30. I really do. But yeah, the Cena thing is I think losing steam. I actually forgot that there was a pay-per-view this coming weekend, on Mother's Day weekend. I didn't even. I don't know. Everybody has talked about their thoughts on WrestleMania. I have some thoughts, and I think what they should have did was compress it back to one night. Because, here's the thing. Night 2 was great, except for the main event. Epic sucking of the sucks was that main event. And I guess they're saying it was booked that way. What the fuck are you doing? I don't even know. Night 1 was really kind of horrible overall, the show, except for the big moment of Jey Uso again his world championship, and of course the triple threat main event. And even I would say the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair match wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. So I'm thinking, if you would take night 2 and just add those 3 matches from night 1, I think you would have had a pretty good, perfect WrestleMania card. But except for, of course, Cena and Cody. But what the hell do I do? I don't work there. No more than normal. Okay, I was just curious. I actually did too. Except somebody asked me if I order tacos, and I'm like, no, why would I order tacos? And they're like, well, it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't even think about it. I'm not Spanish, I don't have any blood in me, so I guess I just didn't think about celebrating it. Sorry. It's no offense to anybody, I just didn't. To me, it was just Monday, Just Monday. So I'm telling you, he's not going to be here before 7:30. Let's see. Where it's now 7:20. He's got 10 minutes. Let's see. Let's see if I win. So here's a little something interesting. I have a new belt on the way. Yes, Mikey lied again and got another belt. But I have a good reason for this. And I think once everybody sees what it is, they'll be like, okay, I understand why he got that belt. And no, it's not the freaking Cena St. Louis belt or the Cena Dayton belt or the Cena Dallas belt. None. It's none of those. It's no Cena belt of any kind. It's not even a WWE shop belt. And I actually can't wait for it to come in so that everybody can see it, because I'll definitely do a live unboxing, because this one will be special. And this one I didn't expect to get, but and the price was absolutely phenomenal, and I couldn't do it. Hey, at least I show up. At least I'm here, taking this abuse, getting emotional. The hell. Don't you pick on me, sir. 7:21. I am going to count this down every freaking minute to see if I'm victorious in this challenge. Yeah, I do have a good point. And by the way, Joe, yes, we are waiting on Carmine before we get to the main subject at hand. I was told he was on his way about 10 minutes ago. So I guess on his way means through a tunnel somewhere underground, maybe across the English Channel. Perhaps making a stop at the local supermarket first. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry to say, Joe, that's actually feasible. That's actually legitimate. Somebody told me a joke about him the other day, and I didn't laugh, and they couldn't understand why I didn't laugh. I said, because it's absolutely feasible that what you said is possible. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I want to hear this just as much as everybody else does, because I don't know exactly what's going to be said here. So I'm waiting to hear it, man. I want to hear this. I'll definitely opine on what's said, but I want to hear it. So I'm waiting just the same as all of you are. Yeah, Joe, I don't know what's going on with him. So did anybody see the new NWA Chicago Heavyweight Championship? Oh my God. If you haven't, if you haven't, yeah, really, Joe. Let me get this picture up of it for you. If you haven't, you have to see this. This is possibly one of the worst things that's ever been created in the history of wrestling belts. I mean, there's some doozies, and then there's this thing. I was actually asked if I was going to get this, or if I was going to get one made, or if I liked it and stuff, and I'm like, no, man, this is even too far for me, man. When it's too far for me, there's a problem. Okay, there's a big problem there. So just bear with me a second while I get this picture up, and I apologize. I should have had it ready, but to be fair, I thought we were going to actually be, doing something else here. Getting it now. Hold on. Just scroll down. There it is. Okay. Just getting the screenshots. And then we're going to have it. Okay. Almost there. Almost there, I promise. Just Facebook's being a bit of a dick here. Okay, now I'm back. Oh, here he comes. Now, of course, there he comes. Right as I'm about to do something. You don't care. You don't care at all.
Well, I was a little busy. You know what's going on. We'll keep that behind the scenes, but you know what's going on.
Yeah. I was going to show people, I wanted their opinion on this piece of crap.
Did you show the video yet?
The video? No.
I got a lot to say today, actually.
The video.
I have to share this. Hold on. I got new glasses today, so I can actually see without getting a headache, which is awesome.
This exists. Okay. This is actually a real thing. Like, this wasn't fake. This wasn't like somebody made it in a garage, which would be very easy to make, by the way.
It looks like somebody made it in a garage.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of really shitty belts, they're really mailing in these John Cena belts now, aren't they?
I actually discussed that. I said, I think the shine is off at this point. I don't think anybody. I think it's gone too far now.
Well, I mean, they're not even making nice straps anymore. Like,
well, the last 3 are still available on the shop right now,
which tells you a lot, because I think they were supposed to be pretty limited.
Yeah, the Dallas one was only limited to 200 something, and it's still there. I mean, it's been there for like what, almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I'm trying to send this video over here. I got a lot to say. You got a lot to say. We got a lot to say.
Okay.
I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. A joke, by the way, that only people of a certain age from the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut area will get.
Yes.
I don't think how many people are buying every one?
Well, again, there's going to be over 50 of these fuckers by the time they're done. I mean, they're already in the deployment.
Actually, somebody posted a list the other day, and I didn't.
I mean, they got to be approaching near 20 at this point, and it's only April, or it's only May. Excuse me, May, and you still got like another 7 months to go through here.
Yeah, somebody posted a list before. So here's the problem with the hobby. Yay, problem with the hobby time, everybody. I can delete this. I can delete this. We got some old stuff here.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
put this up. So I'm going to play this.
Okay.
There's like news going on, so I'm on there, and then plus we got the stuff that we're doing behind the scenes that we're not talking about here ever. Hold on. Yeah, before I play this,
Again, yes,
I want to let you guys know that what I'm unveiling here today, I sent it to Ben Walker before for his Health of the Gnaw segment. This may be the worst monstrosity I've ever seen in the hobby.
I just want to point out though, but you get a shirt and something that said was a ribbon, but apparently it's just gems in a bag. So,
Yeah.
does one even out to the other? I mean, I don't know. You do get that shirt and those gems.
Well, this is the thing. What's with the fucking stretchy nylon shirt?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's official too. By the way, I'm sure that's legitimate. Yeah, yeah.
That shirt was horrible. The shirt might be worse than the belt. So I want to show you guys something before we get into hobby crap. Today I got 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I got an American-made. I designed this belt from AI. I always wanted an Italian belt. I had one. It was subpar to me. And I'm not going to tell you, one you can tell is the Roman Coliseum. I'm not going to tell you what the other side plate is because, look, this is going to be booted. People are going to boot this. And I know that. And I'm fine with it. But I'm not going to give you the keys to the kingdom. You can figure out what the other building is. I had AI design the main plate for me. I designed the side plates. AI designed the main plate for me of this Italy belt that I really wanted. And I want to say that the belt, because it has a WWE logo, I have to say the maker is an American maker of the plates. But it is not Richard Simpson, who stoned the belt for me. And it's not Ron Edwardson of Red Leather, who leathered the belt for me. So it's an American maker. It's not either of those two guys. In the future, because I'm getting a belt, an American-made AEW belt that is pitch perfect, TV accurate. I should have it sometime this week. I will not, if people say, oh, I think it's this one, I think it's that one, I'm not going to say it's that one. I'm not going to say, no, it's not that one. There's only process of elimination. You're going to get no comment from me on any one you guess because I'm not going to do that. Because once I start eliminating people, you can narrow it down, and I'm not going to get anybody in trouble. So somebody made me an AEW International. As soon as I get it, I will show it. It's awesome. I've seen pictures of it. But today is the WWE Italy belt. This is massive, and you can see just by me holding it how much bigger it is than the actual network logo. It's massive. It must weigh 15 pounds. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, which are nice. So the stones, like I said, are by Richard Simpson. And the plates are by Kayfabe American Maker. And the paint is by Richard Simpson. And the leather is by Red Leather. And I got to tell you, oh, man, no, I don't want to deal with Tom's blood. He's bad. The leather is, Richard Simpson's leather is more expensive than most leather guys. And he's worth every fucking penny. Every penny. His leather is just on a level that I have not seen. It actually smells like a leather jacket. Thank you. Now, what you guys are really going to flip out about is I have main event belts in England making me a Masters of the Universe belt that was designed by Andre Dorsey. And that thing is even bigger than this. And that will absolutely, I'm sure, be booted. But the way I've designed it, and me and main event belts got together on that. Look at those stones. Look how they glisten, man. Nobody's better at stones than Richard Simpson. Period. Exclamation point. Don't care who you are. Simpson's the man when it comes to stoning. And then, of course, the back. Just absolutely beautiful. So this is, I mean, people talk about having a quote-unquote real belt. I have now, this is, once I get that international, I will have 12 American-made belts. And then I don't know if you count main event belts as American because their plates are made in America. Thank you. You can take me off the screen. But they're an English company. So I have 3 for main event. I have a Dan McMahon. So actually, wait. Yeah, 12. That'd be 13, 14, 15. If the C4 I count as American, even though it's Australian. So that'll be up to somewhere around 13, 14, 15. That'll be 16 American maids. So hold on, wait.
This is a fair point, actually.
What is it?
Platinum says, there's no cannoli artwork on it though, so it kind of takes.
There is not, because I didn't want it to be a fucking joke. Yes, it's exactly the same quality as the spinner we just saw. So this hobby's fucking toxic, right?
No,
It's toxic.
is it?
It's
Really?
I shouldn't say that. It's actually a really good hobby. What's toxic about it? What's toxic about it is there's a group of people. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it seems like the same people are being complained about by everybody. So it looks to me like you could trace every issue in this hobby back to the same people. And the interesting part about that is, I'll tell you how you can spot the people who are the problem. The people who are the problem are the people who keep saying they don't want any drama. They are the ones that are stirring the drama behind the scenes. They are the ones that are starting shit behind the scenes. I was contacted last week about a situation in the hobby, and it was basically, Carmine, here's what we think's going on. Da 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 da. Are you going to say something? And I said, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not the police of the hobby anymore. You all can be the hobby police. And when Carmine didn't say anything, nobody said anything, which tells me everybody's strong as long as I step up first. And here's how it would have went down if I did this. And I didn't do it because the guy's a friend of mine, and there's more to the story than the people who think there's less to the story do. And if they did their research, they would probably find out the truth. But here's how it would have went down. Mike and I would have came on. We would have called out this person. A couple days would have went by. And then one of these other podcasts would interview this person. But they would come off and say, look, Carmine and Mike had this to say, and we just want to get the full story. And they would have came off as the good guys. They would have come off as reasonable. They want to hear both sides of the story. They're not getting involved. When behind the scenes, they actually stirred the shit. But we would have been made to look like we were the guys. And I've fallen into this trap before, and I'm just not going to do it again. I'm not the police of the hobby. I'm here to have fun. And the truth is that everybody has to do their own shit. There's a group of people in the hobby that are A, bullies. B, are the problem. C, consider themselves the gatekeepers. That's pretty apparent. And so there's one guy I know, he leads this one group. And he was around people that were like as successful as him in life and this and that. He didn't like that. He wants to go be among people that are less successful so he can be their king. That's one personality trait. That's one guy. The other guys, in my opinion, just judging by people, I'm a pretty good judge of people. The other guys seem to me to be guys who maybe got picked on in school, teased, whatever it was. And I think now, instead of saying, hey, you know what, I'm not going to do that to somebody else, they feel like I've got a group behind me now, and I'm going to pick on other people. And here's the thing. If shit's going on in the hobby you don't like, if somebody's a scammer, if this and that, you know what I realized? Leave it alone. Ignore it. Don't get scammed. But also, it's not your place to call out the scammers. Look, everybody has to learn for themselves in life. And you can't really do anything about that. This hobby doesn't have a leader. If you're kicked out of every group in the hobby, you can still be in the hobby just by collecting belts. I'm in the groups I want to be in. I've left 90% of the groups I'm in. But I'll tell you something. There's some guys that act like their group is the group in the hobby, right? But I was looking at it, and WWE Belt Collectors has 13.5 thousand members. No issues, no drama, just people having a good time. Belt Masters, another group, 8.5 thousand members, no drama, just people posting their belts, having a good time. Nobody telling people their belts are crap. Nobody telling people their makers are crap. Nobody telling people, oh, you got to go to this group or this company and this maker. They're just having a good time. They're posting belts that are cardboard. They're posting belts that are $150. They're posting belts that are $5,000 and $10,000. And all these groups, all the belts are welcome. Belt Masters and WWE Belt Collectors, the two I'm thinking of. They're massive groups. They're bigger than the groups that are starting all the crap in this hobby. And there's no crap going on over there. So I would suggest you find those groups. You join those groups. You be a part of those groups. There's a group right now in this hobby that has become, I used to call it the hub of the hobby. I said it was the new Brothers of the Belt. It was the new hub of the hobby. And they have killed it. It has become the hub of the drama of the hobby. It has become the hub of everything wrong in the hobby happens in that group. And I'm okay with it. Listen, for years, I said I love the drama. I owned that. What bothers me is people that go around saying, I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't like the drama. That love the fucking drama. Just own that you love it. Own it. Yes, I love the drama. I'm fine with that. And I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to call people out because it's stupid. Because you know what it does? It starts a war. Here's what happens. I say it was John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, right? His name, my name too. Now, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt goes back to his group tonight. And they have a 4 or 5 hour summit, right? Because they think they're super important. You think you're so important that there's a spy in your group. Spying on what? I have no fucking idea what they would spy on. But you think there's a spy in your group or whatever. So if you think they have go back in their group, they have a summit, and they have a plan of action. They have a plan of action to take care of this problem that doesn't exist. Because here's what I've assessed. I'm not a psychologist. I need a psychologist. I'm not a psychologist. But here's what I've assessed. It makes them feel important. Why? Because when they go out into the real world, in real life, in the real ecosphere of the internet, they're not important. So they're important in their minds in this little niche of a hobby. But even here, they're not really important. They just keep patting each other on the back and telling themselves that they're important. But you have power in 2 groups that you can kick people out of. Maybe 3. I don't know. I don't know what the other ones. That's it. That's your power. That's the extent of your power. There's too many groups. And you all don't stick together. And let's face it, for years and years, I was the muscle. I was the guy, right? And without the muscle, you just got a bunch of people complaining behind the scenes and making anonymous posts like little girls, because they can't put their name on it like a man. So it's silly. That's the mark of a coward. I see an anonymous post. I don't take that seriously at all. Nobody else does. It's silly. So when I look at it like that, I see people that I think, have their own problems in life. I can name each person and name their problems. I have my own problems. Mike has his own problems. We all got problems. But I think I like to associate with people on a grand scale that are either on my level or above my level so I can raise my level. And then there are some people that like to deal with people that are on a lower level because it makes them feel like they're already at a higher level. You understand what I mean? Like, it makes them feel they don't have to improve anymore because look at all the friends they have. They're below them in the socioeconomic scale, in the mental scale, whatever it is. And so it makes them feel, I'm the king of the misfits, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the king of the misfits. So I've seen this group of people, of bullies, and that's what they are, they're bullies, go after, and I will name some names here, go after Gary Sutton. I was part of that. I had my own reasons for going after Gary. But I'll say this, and you may never hear this again. Gary did wrong things, and I did wrong things. We both did wrong things. And I think we'll both own that. But Gary was right about a lot of things. His presentation sucked. How he brought it to you with the anger and the vitriol and the stuff. And my presentation sucked too, by the way. But that's what hurt what he was saying, because you didn't really listen to what he was saying. You just listened to the anger. But he was right. He was wrong about some things, but he was right about a lot of things. After Gary, it went to a gentleman named Matt. And Matt was the guy. Let's get Matt. Let's get Matt. Let's get Matt. And then after Matt, it became me because I didn't want to get Matt. And Mike too, because we didn't want to get Matt. So it became us. and you can't really hurt me. I'm unhurtable. I don't care what people think. Again, I tell people all the time, read my Twitter, read my Facebook. You cannot think of something to say to me that thousands and tens of thousands of people haven't said to me already. I'm unhurtable unless you're close to me. If you are somebody close to me that I trust, and that is, I could count those people on one hand in my life. Outside of my blood family, I can count them on one hand. And most of them are not in the belt hobby. They're lifelong friends. If you are not one of those people, you can't hurt me. And then after us, it's become this guy, Jason Presley. And from far as I can tell, Jason's crime is that he makes really cool shit. And he makes really cool shit. I had a video conversation the other day. Like, you haven't seen a half of what this guy could do with a 3D printer. His talent is fucking crazy. It's off the charts. And I'm very jealous of the artistic talent this guy has. I'm jealous of anybody. Ethan has drawn some things before, and I've looked at them. And I get very jealous of people who have artistic talent like that. Like, that can draw, that can create things on 3D printing. That I'm very jealous of, because I wish I could do that. I have creative ideas, but putting it into action is something I cannot do. I even get, hi, Belt Guy. I even get jealous at Mike, like some of the customizing things he can do. Mike, did you spend the first 10 minutes of the show saying hi to everybody, by the way?
I did not know. Instead, I talked about the Cena belt and about WrestleMania.
You're supposed to spend 10 minutes saying hi to everybody. And so here's
better.
Here's what I think is, I'm talking to people. I'm talking to you guys. Know I'm talking to you, right? The guys in that group, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to guys in their 40s and 50s. Some of them with serious health complications. Some of them with serious life issues. And I think to myself, is this really the best use of your time in your 50s, in your 40s? Some of you claim, and I'm not a judge of who is and who is not Christian, but some of you claim to be good, decent Christian people, and I would ask you to examine that and wonder if you're living up to that ideal. I know I don't always, so I'm not sitting here saying that you guys are bad Christians, but I'm a great Christian. I'm an absolute sinner. That's why I need Jesus Christ to be my Lord and Savior. Which, by the way, has been a topic of ridicule too. The fact that I'm religious, that I believe in Jesus, that I talk about Jesus often, has been something I've been ridiculed about. Guess what? You can ridicule me about that. I'm only looking for his approval, not yours. So that doesn't matter to me. But I will say, for example, there's certain people in that group that I've blocked. There are going to be certain people in the next few days, weeks, whatever, that are going to say something that I'm just going to block them. I've determined that instead of going after them and attacking them here on this show or any other show, it behooves me to just eliminate people from my life. Anybody who's blocked, if I have you blocked right now, you're never going to be unblocked. There will not be another conversation with us. You will never, because I've already seen who you are. So even if you were to come back and be like, well, Carm, listen, I want to talk to Carm and maybe we can end this shit or dead this shit. I don't want to. I have the people in my life that I want. It is difficult to become a person who's in my life. You can be in my life, as in I'll talk to you like a friend, and I'll even be your friend to a point. And that's not a knock on any of you people that I have become friendly with. I love a lot of you. Really do. I love talking to you. But I was saying this to my girlfriend today. I said, everybody gets a version of Carmine that I choose for them to get. Everybody. Except for, I'll say 5 to 10. 5 to 10 people in my life that actually get to know real Carmine. Like, some people, I know Carmine, he's really a nice guy behind the scenes, this, that, but you still don't know all of me. There'd be people in my home, in this belt hobby, that have come to my home that I broke bread with, that still don't know the real me. Because the real me is very complicated, and I don't open myself up to that because I don't trust anybody fully. You have to earn that. And I would say Mike is one of those people. My friend Joe is one of those people. As far as the belt hobby goes, that's probably it that knows the actual me. Otherwise, everybody gets a version of me. And that version of me you get is determined on how you talk to me, how you treat me. But there's people I know fucking 5 years that don't know me. Yes, this time I will hold you forever and much better. Dude, 2020 chats were the best. That was the pinnacle of the hobby for me. How you doing, Isaac? And so even if I'm friends with you, you get the version of me that I allow you to get. Except for, I would say, like, Mike can tell you, like, Mike knows everything about me. He knows the real me. I am not Bruce Wayne. I'm still Italian. But so everybody gets the version of me they get for a reason. It's a kind of a protection mechanism I built over the years. So, and I advise people, don't be vulnerable. Don't let people see all of you. Give everybody the version of you that they deserve to get, or that they, let's see, Tyler Dove. Remember when you were begging me to save your ass because you tried to extort a belt maker? I'm always going to be a couch potato. Yeah, but my couch is awesome, bro. Totally awesome. Tyler, listen, and I mean this with all due respect, but you're a candy ass bitch. Like, you got caught robbing a maker, trying to strong arm extort a maker, and you cried to me to fucking protect you, and I did. So, I mean, take that with what you are. You come here. At least you have At least you have the balls to post on your real name on here. Because Nick Carnivale, he kind of outed you to me that you were doing a lot of the anonymous posting in Brothers, whatever that group is. He kind of outed that to me, that you were one of the main characters that was doing the anonymous posting. You and Richard Ward. That's what he told me. So I give you credit for, well, exactly. I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell, right? I didn't say I don't care. I do care. I'm here talking about it because I care. I don't care what you call me. But see, Tyler, here's the thing. In real life, right? In real life, you're a loser, right? Like, you're just a loser in life. You've accomplished probably nothing, right? You haven't done anything of note. Is this English?
You're a bitch made?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. You're a bitch made. But anyway, it is what it is. So no, I care about certain things. I'm not gonna. If you could talk like a person, I'll put your comments back up. But I don't care what you say about me. That part to me is irrelevant, right? So whatever. Like, listen, the group that you're in, it makes you feel important, and that's cool. Whatever. And I'm happy for you. But it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. And I don't want to be part of that nonsense. Anything that goes on in this hobby, I want to be part of the hobby where people just have fun, show their belts, talk to each other. And so the two groups, like I said, I would recommend for this are Belt Masters and WWE Belt Collectors, where there's literally no drama. And Championship Belt Brothers is another group where there's really no drama. Ben keeps that pretty tight.
I would throw out all elite belts as well.
All elite belts.
Sure, yeah. They make sure there's
and of course, our group, Big Boys Belts, and boys is spelled like, the actual word, BOYS. We just have fun. And that's what this should be about, right? Everybody gets together and has fun and just talks to each other and, hey, that's a great belt. Hey, that's a cool belt. Who made that for you? Like, the stuff that it was based on. And let's just go back to having fun. And there's these groups over here on this side where all the drama is. If you don't want to be part of the drama, stay out of those groups, right? It really is weird, dude. It really is weird. But I mean, and we're talking about people in their 50s, right? 40s, 50s. This is. But this, what I realized is, this is the pinnacle of their life. This is like the thing in their life. And I was talking to Joe Batanza about this once, and me and Joe said, like, after the 2020 stuff was so great, but like when it was over, the rest of us kind of moved on and moved back to our regular lives. But there's a small group of people who weren't able to do that. This was so important to them that this became like their thing, and they kind of cocooned into this thing. And I mean, that's sad, but if it works for you, knock yourself out. All I'm saying is talk about people behind their backs all you want, right? But don't go make an anonymous post. Don't try to ruin somebody else's good time. Don't. There's a guy with a disability. He makes some Facebook videos, and he's obviously got a disability. And making Facebook videos about belts is obviously something he enjoys. And so when I see these guys make fun of this guy, I'm thinking, like, that's evil. Like, this is something that's bringing this guy joy. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of joy in his life, and this is the joy that he gets. Why? What does it benefit you? How does it make your life better to rain on this guy's parade? What if you made him cry? Would that make you happy? Like, would it make you happy if you broke this guy down to tears and he stopped making the videos that are making him happy? Let him have his fun. Why do you care? Why do you care? Ask yourself that question. Some of us are grown men. Some of us are grown men, Isaac, and some are just really pathetic.
Okay.
My girlfriend's going to yell at me for drinking Coca-Cola.
So, may I have my time for my?
You may.
By the way, first of all,
please.
What the hell's with this lighting? Because it makes me look like I'm having a stroke. Like the see, like I'm red. Do I look red to you? Like my face?
Yeah, a little.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm looking at myself like right here, natural lighting. I'm like, I look fine, but on the camera,
I think it's my lighting is shit. Neither one of us is using professional lighting here tonight.
No, I mean, I look like I'm a freaking lobster or something. So I'm looking at myself. I'm like, am I dying? I'm like, no, I feel okay. So here's the thing. This hobby has always had drama in it. This hobby will probably always have drama in it.
Every hobby does.
It's life itself. No matter how much we tried to say that we want to live a completely drama-free life, it's near impossible with the way society is today, with the way social media is today. It's just human nature. We all say, we see the car accident on the side of the road and we say, well, we're not going to, oh my God, it's terrible. We're not going to look. But you know what? When we're going past, what do? We look. It's just human nature. And you know what? Yeah, we may not want the drama. We may not want to bring the drama, but like it or not, we're all attracted to drama one way, shape, or form because it's just part of the human condition. Just the way it is. That on that note, though, there are, like you had mentioned, pretty much most of them. There are plenty of groups out there that do not bring this drama. That they keep it out of there. They don't want it in their groups. They'll take down posts that cause the drama. They'll tell people who are doing it to stop. Seek them out. They're out there. If you're tired of the drama, seek them out. They are there. And I'm just gonna say this. Pretty much everything, and I know people say, oh, look, here comes the laptop. What else is not? But pretty much everything that he said is correct. I happen to be on the conversation that took place about a situation where, they want Carmine to go cuckoo. People were asking Carmine to basically go cuckoo, go rabbit animal dog on somebody. And, I was, invited to do that as well. And we're just like, no, we're not doing this. We're just tired of it. It's been a very common thing in this hobby that when people want to go after or attack somebody, one of the first things they do is they say, oh, let's get Carmine. Let's message Carmine. Carmine's got to hear about this. And, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to see. It's not that hard to figure out. And, it's rather interesting that this particular situation that they wanted us to go forth first and say, do something or say something about has not been mentioned by anybody else. After we no, not one of these single shows. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So we were like Carmen said, we were meant to be the pit bulls and the animals that were supposed to go nuts and froth at the mouth and attack this person, and then everybody else would come in and be like, oh, they were bad dogs, but we want to, we're here for you. I mean, it's so damn obvious. It's not even funny. I've been accused of a lot of things, which is fine. Whatever. My main concern is making sure my bills are paid and my family's happy. That's That to me says it's a successful day. And you know what? I do love talking about belts. I've had people message me, and I've had conversations with them about belts. Hey, I mean, it's a hobby we love, and
I've gotten so much good reaction from this that yeah, it feels really good because I designed this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels really good, and I know it's going to be booted. By the way, it's just going to be booted poorly, but yeah. So
I mean, I'll talk to
you know what I love about Jason Presley is he's so creative. Be creative, guys. Do something creative. Design your own stuff.
I mean, I'll talk to anybody. You want to talk to me about belts? Message me. I'll talk to you. I don't care. I love. Carmine laughs at me because there's things I remember about wrestling that he's never knew in the first place.
Please don't message me about belts. I'm very busy.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, again, I enjoyed the hobby too, but it's just sad to see what it's become, and it's just it is what it is, and
Although there was a time where the drama was actually really cool. There was a podcast. I don't think they do it anymore. By the way, I saw something the other day. It said, "Oh, what's the best podcast in the hobby now?" Well, that's kind of an easy determination because the two actual best podcasts in the hobby were BAM and PTM, and we stopped doing it. Yeah. So it's easy to be the best now. It's like Tommy Gunn becoming the champion after Rocky retired. You know what I mean? What kind of champion are you really? But the best time in this hobby was when PTM and BAM had their war. That was exciting stuff. People tuned in in the hundreds. People tuned in every week to see like what we were going to do. It was like the Monday Night Wars of the belt hobby, and it was really fun. And because the guys on both sides were entertaining and fun and also didn't take it so seriously, like the people watching took it way more seriously than we did because we were all still talking behind the scene. But you shouldn't do that. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I agree with 100%. Everybody live in your own corner and be happy.
But I mean, that goes for everybody. It's not just certain people who need to stay in their corner while other people run wild. That should be everybody.
Yeah, everybody should. And just interact with who you want. That's the thing. I think the theme I would say is this here is if somebody's ragging on you or they're talking crap about you, people send me screenshots like, look what so-and-so said about you in a group. I'm like, I don't pay attention to it. I know people want me to like get angry and then go live and be like, this guy, blah, 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 is a blah. I don't care. I don't care. You can only care about what somebody says about you if they mean something in your life. And if they don't, then it doesn't matter. Like I said, there's a handful of people in this world that can hurt me. And I'm vulnerable with them because they know they can hurt me, but I trust them. For the most part, I don't expect anything from anybody. And if you don't expect anything from anybody, you'll never be disappointed. So treat this like it is, just come in here, show your belts, have a good time. And just, that's it. Really have a good time. Have a good time. Don't worry about what anybody says. Associate with people you want to associate with. And the best advice I can give you is if somebody's bullying you, if somebody's getting on you, you don't report them to the group administrators because half the time the group administrators love it and they want to be part of it and they love the drama. So they're not going to help you. But what you can do is you can report it directly to Facebook because that group will go bye-bye if you do that. And that's where it needs to be reported. Don't report it to the group administrators. They're not going to do anything. Report it direct to Facebook. That's one. Two, block that person. When you block that person, they're no longer a part of your life. They can't affect you. It's the easiest thing. Facebook has given you the tools to just block people. And I think I blocked the Tyler fellow, and that's exactly what I'm saying. But what does it accomplish? Everyone has the power to block it out. It's called the power of the button. Hit the block button. You are, yes. Fast forward. Yeah. So just hit the block button and move on with your life and have a good time and wonder why WWE Shop is really not picking up the pace on these. First of all, did they think people were going to buy 20 to 30 Cena belts this year?
Yeah. Apparently
Did
they did.
think we're actually going to do that?
Apparently they did.
So the Cenas I have are the Brussels, which by the way is for sale if anybody wants it. I believe that's the Indianapolis, which that's the Royal Rumble one. I got the Royal Rumble one. I think I'll sell that if anybody wants it. The only two I really want to keep are the Vegas WrestleMania and the UK because it's just beautiful. Anything that's like red, white, and blue, I love. I would love for them to make like a 4th of July one or a Memorial Day one or something with. You could do a camouflage strap for Memorial Day, let's say, or you could do a red, white, and blue for 4th of July.
I don't think they're going to do that though. I think they're going like by city. So it's and they're taking the specific colors of the city or whatever. Or
well, some of them are really bad. This last one, the St. Louis one is not good. Oh yeah, that was brutal, dude. That was brutal. And I'm sorry, I was looking at something.
They're all just I mean, listen, I said to people, I said if they would come out with a Cena belt like in the black and the gold colors, like the Steeler colors, something like if they're in Pittsburgh or something, yeah, I honestly would probably end up wearing that because again, I'm a Steelers fan and all that shit. But I mean, I don't,
If they make a New Jersey belt, I would get that. I don't know what it would be, but SummerSlam's in Jersey, so I definitely want the Cena SummerSlam belt because it's in Jersey. What annoys me is almost every time something's in Jersey, they do New York stuff for it. Well, and this is the big problem too. Hold on, so wait. Did they make a Fresno one?
No, not yet, but I guess he's coming there.
The price is absurd. This is something I said today. They're making the belts worse and the price higher, and the belts aren't selling. You're raising the price on things that are not selling.
Bro, you can still buy the freaking Survivor Series belt.
Oh, that was brutal.
November. It's still there. They'll never get rid of it.
Boy, am I glad I didn't get that one. Oh, okay.
You know what? If you're somebody who has one of those, I suggest what you do is for Halloween this year, you put it in some lucky kid's Halloween bag and just give it away. That's really the only way you're going to get rid of that belt.
Give it away.
Mm-hmm.
You give it away. I mean, and they're raising the price on it. It's like $700 for a belt they can't sell.
Yep.
They couldn't. They put it on the daily deal for $399. Still couldn't sell it.
Yep.
The best thing they could do is take the plates off, right? And just sell it as a regular network logo. Like put it into your network logo stock and burn the rest of those straps.
Yeah.
But I think when you make it a limited edition, if they numbered it, they have to sell out all the numbers. I think that's the reason.
Well, we'll be 20 years from now, they'll still be saying,
No, I didn't know about this, but please feel free to send me the link.
Yeah, I think it's on. I think Ringside Collectibles has it up for pre-order. Actually, at this point.
Correct. It's the wrong belts that aren't selling. Again, the Cena Farewell belt is a great idea. Doing it 30 times is not a great idea.
No, and there's still more. We're only in May.
They should have made it for the big events: Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
Where is Backlash this year? Because I guess
we're getting the last one 5.
Well, we begin a Backlash one, I guess. Where the hell is Backlash this year? Let me see. I don't even know. I even forgot it's this coming Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. See. Where the frick is it? I'm getting all this information, news about Backlash 2025, but no, it's St. Louis. Okay, so that's the belt that dropped today, I guess.
That's the Cena Backlash belt, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think you're going to see a lot of interest in that. I'm interested in the Cena SummerSlam belt because it's in New Jersey. So depending on the design, I may be interested in that. But like I've cut back. I told Mike this. Like I have what I have on order, and I'm kind of just wrapping it up with the collection. Get a couple action figures and have some fun. But I'm pretty much I have no more room.
Here's a big
Oh, that's
question.
an awesome figure.
Here's a big question. I showed you it before. You just didn't pay attention, you bastard. Here's what I'm going to question right now. Look at I have a classic Intercontinental sitting here on the wall. They have the plate molds and stuff. Why aren't you putting out like a powder blue one, a Shawn Michaels one, or a white one, or re-release the yellow Ultimate Warrior one? I mean, that's easy money right there. Is it? People want that classic Intercontinental. When they re-released it last year on the black strap, it sold out pretty quick. I'm glad I bought one when I did, because I was like hemming and hawing. I was like, you know what? I better get one just in case. And then sure enough, it's been gone ever since. I mean, I don't understand why they don't release some of these belts that they could release. I'm not a fan of the particular belt. I'm not interested in it. I don't want one. But here's the thing. You can get the all gold black strap winged eagle. You can get the blue winged eagle. You can get the purple winged eagle. You can get the dual winged eagle. But they have not brought back that white winged eagle. I'm like, why? And that's weird. I mean, it's like, okay, why aren't you doing it? And it's funny because as I was saying this, here we go. Yeah.
I ordered it, Joe, by the way. Thank you.
But it's weird, like some of the choices, because they have the stuff there to make these belts and pump them out pretty quickly and get them up on the shop for people, but they won't put them out. I mean, did they not sell well? I mean, was the white winged eagle the worst selling? Excuse me, of the winged eagles, so they said we're not going to make anymore. What was the classic Intercontinental like an all-time low seller for the company, and they're like, we're not going to produce anymore? I don't know. It makes no sense.
Just for those that are asking about the shirt, it's called a distressed American flag shirt. So like this is the actual design. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. You should have got it when it was available. We tried to tell everybody they're going to sub it. So I think they'll bring it back.
I thought I was just not a fan of it. Didn't really do anything for me. I don't know. I'm not a fan of white strap belts really that much.
I have mine hanging on the wall.
Yeah,
I had to get old colors
because they get dirty really easy too.
It's probably available on eBay, right?
Yeah, probably. Who the hell knows?
Let me see. Here's the problem: you got to get through all the foreign-made bootlegs.
Yeah, good luck with that. You enjoy yourself. It kind of feels that way sometimes playing them. Although again, then it's weird because then they'll bring something back like the Hogan '86, and it's like okay, but then they won't bring back the classic Intercontinental or. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Who just asked for the white winged eagle? Somebody has it right now. I can.
Belt Guy Spy. I'm sorry.
All right, Belt Guy Spy. It is on right now on eBay for $499. That's less than the shop had it for with the bag.
There you go.
If you want to Facebook message me, because I don't know your Facebook name, I'll send you a link directly to it.
Here's an interesting one. Now, how do you not do this? Was it last year, the year before? I think when they came out with the dual, they redid the dual plated classic tag. Okay. Now you think that would be an easy one to just put out then again as an all gold version because it was the same freaking exact design. But they never did that, and they never put the dual back up again either. So it's like it's weird, like what they will put up and restock and what they won't. It must be numbers internally or something that we don't know about because it's really weird. They'll put the effort into this belt, but they'll put absolutely no effort to get this other one out, and it's weird. But I have advised people in the past, if there is a classic WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it, belt, that you would buy it when you can now. I mean, I understand the prices are up, but because you have no idea if these things will ever actually come back or not.
Correct.
Yeah, or it could be years if they do at all. We're still waiting. Don't forget, we're still waiting on WCW Cruiserweight. We're still waiting on the WWE Cruiserweight. Waiting on the classic, like I said, the classic Intercontinentals, the classic tag.
Okay. Yeah, there's a white winged eagle though on eBay, Mike, right now, $4.99.
That's
nice.
your
birthday. You can get it for yourself.
That's nice. I got myself a birthday present today. You know that. Which I won't. I didn't tell anybody what it is, but I did say I will be doing an unboxing when I get it. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta buy your gift now.
I told you I don't want them.
Hey,
last time you gave me herpes.
I want to point this out real quick because then I'm going to get going soon.
Yes. What do you want to put?
But I want to point this out because it's important to the people watching at home. Mike did not know about the Blue Blockers commercial from the 80s, guys.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
He didn't know.
Apparently, I'm some kind of mutant because I didn't know about a commercial that maybe was only shown in the New Jersey area. I don't know.
No. It was nationwide.
How do you know that?
It was nationwide.
Well, I don't remember.
Maybe I'm going to show it right now.
I was too busy doing other things and being like having more important things going on.
What were you doing?
I don't know. What year are we talking about here, by the way? What year?
The late 80s. And it used to come on before wrestling.
Yeah, year, damn it.
I don't know, but I'm going to show it to you guys here.
Okay, let's say 88, 89. Let's say somewhere in there. Yeah, I wasn't looking at infomercials. I didn't give a shit.
I'm going to show you guys the short version of this.
Oh, here we go.
How did you not know this? I don't know. Yeah, the guy's in Florida.
Okay, again, apparently I am evil. More evil than I apparently normally am.
There it is
for not remembering
California.
I'm sorry. Such is life. Look at me. I'm gonna die here. Okay, look at my face. No,
yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this.
All right, because you're obsessed with this now. Here we go.
Blue Blocker sunglasses. They're really different.
My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. Man, I love these Blue Blockers.
It's not like 3D, but it's got that effect where everything is so separated.
They're great. Best sunglasses ever owned. I've been telling everyone I know about these. Honest to goodness. So there you have it, folks, out there in TV land. Get you some glasses that's sweeping the land. Remember what I said? Now I'm a hip hopper. Yeah. Go get you some Blue Blockers.
Blue Blocker sunglasses are available at these fine stores.
Those are some fine stores.
Whoa. Go back to those stores, quick. Go back to those stores. Hurry up. Okay, so the hell's wrong with you? Pause it.
It's not staying.
All right, I saw Walgreens. We didn't have Walgreens here in the 80s. We didn't have Ace Hardware here in the 80s.
These are just some of the great stores.
These fine.
We had Service Merchandise, but that was like 30 miles from me, and I don't know what the hell Eagles something is last one. I had no idea what that is.
No, we're not done. I'm going to find the other one.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, folks. See, so apparently Platinum's like, yeah, I was actually blessed for not knowing about these or seeing them.
No, and there was a whole 30-minute infomercial about them as well.
See, here's the thing. I cannot guarantee under any circumstances I never saw that commercial. I just don't remember it in any way, shape, or form. So obviously I didn't give a shit. So, it's just I don't remember it at all.
All right, so we're going to play one more. And you guys tell me who saw this.
By the way, is this song copywritten? Because we can get in trouble.
No.
Okay.
Dude, I should. All right, here we go.
All right, now I'm real fast. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. This will come to pass. My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. And I love these Blue Blockers. Everything is clear. They block out the sun. Oh yeah, I gotta get me some. Everything is groovy now. No bull in my speech. This is what I do up and down Venice Beach. My name is Geek. I'm more than a hip hopper, and I'll be cheap in my Blue Blockers. Yeah. Now what I mean? Yes, these sunglasses are really, really keen. So there you have it, folks out there in TV land. Get you some glasses that's sweeping the land. Remember what I said? Now I'm a hip hopper. Yeah. Go get you some Blue Blockers. Nah, just this week. I'll see you later. I gotta make some money on the beach. We then gave him a free share for doing such a great job. Watch him continue. Oh, check it out now.
Because I played Stephen King on Family Time.
We give him these pairs of blockers for free. Everything is fake now. Listen to me. Like I said before, they gave them to me free. You can get them where? You got to order them on TV. All right, now believe you me. There's a number soon that appear on your screen. Everything is groovy. Do you know what I mean? I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yep, these monsters all cave with me. Yeah, see? It's a fact. My blocker, yeah, they going with my hat. What more can I say? Oh, they are so nice. These are the words that I like to spice. Everything is straight now, I must speak. Blue blockers, yep, off for a Dr. Geek. Que paso, amigos, and hey, señorita. With the blue blockers, your life is muy bonita.
Is your life complete now that you've seen that?
Everybody in chat is saying they saw it, Mike.
Okay, good. That's fine. I don't remember it. I can't say for sure that I didn't see it. I just don't remember it.
No,
Okay.
all he got for that was the literal pair of blue blockers. That was all they gave it to him.
You're amazed. Like he's fascinated with this idea that I don't remember this commercial.
I don't get it. So anyway, I think we've done what we set out to do. I really wanted to just show my belt and talk a little about the hobby and
blue blockers, apparently.
And blue blockers.
That was very important to you. Yes.
What is this? Oh God.
I don't know.
Somebody who just sends me crappy, like weird stuff. It's hilarious. So yeah. No, he doesn't remember them. Dude, it was for me in the New York, New Jersey area, it was on almost every Saturday right before wrestling. So
you know what I remember from back then? I remember the Snapple commercials I always saw on WOR Channel 9.
Yeah, okay, I don't remember those so much, but I remember
they did Snapple everywhere. You think
I remember my Children's Aid Society commercial. I remember the Young People's Day Camp commercial, Cats, the Winter Garden Theater, Magic, Mystery, Live Forever.
Yes, I do remember that. Magic, the mystery, the memory will live.
The Wilford Plaza commercial, and beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Yep.
Those are the ones where all you had to bring was your love variant. These are New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut commercials, but those I remember all those, and they were always on like during wrestling or around that time. And do you remember real quick before we go? They would show this after wrestling. It was on for a season or two. There was a show called Learning the Ropes with Lyle Alzado. And he was a wrestler. And they had a lot of NWA wrestlers on it. Road Warriors were on it.
I sort of do. I don't know if I like watched it, but I remember. I could sort of remember it. It didn't last long, right? Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. All right. I got a jet.
Sir.
Yes, Reginald Paul Hawkins, the greatest wrestling name in the hobby. Good to see you, man. Yeah, just go ahead and rewind. This will be on our channel. Rewind from the beginning. Hopefully, we brought you some enjoyment. And yeah, like I said,
look for another video, hopefully later this week with an unboxing and me, and we'll see.
All right. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.